Hello friends, so today we're going to discuss the first or actually the B and C problems from the latest AdCoder contest HHKB programming contest 2020. So I have solved the first three problems in the contest itself. The first problem is very simple. The second problem and third problem we're going to discuss in this video. After I solve the fourth and fifth problem, I will also upload those videos. So the second problem is you're given a grid H horizontal rows and W vertical columns of the square, where each square is tidy or untidy. A tidy square is marked by a dot, and an untidy square is marked by a hash. So now actually you're given a grid of dots and hash, and now what you have to do, you have to lay carpets on the grid such that the carpet can be the carpet should be laid on two tidy blocks, and it can be, the matrix can be placed on two horizontal or two vertical adjacent tidy squares. What does this mean? It can be like this, as you can see, two horizontal tidy squares. It can be also like this. It can be like this, like these two squares. So number of carpet I have to lay down is 3. And there is no way to make a carpet lay because there is no two adjacent tidy blocks. So the answer for this is 0. So you have to find out how many carpets you have to lay. So what you can simply do here is, for every point, check for its left, right, top and down whether there is some more dot which is tidy. So if both of them are tidy, then you can lay down a carpet here. But now the main problem is, when you count for this, you count this as a whole carpet. When you count for this block, you will count the back again. What I mean by this is, for the first, I will count whether there is another tidy block on the left, top, bottom and right of it. So as you can see, for the light part of this, there is another tidy block, so this will count as one carpet. So then I will go to this block because I'm iterating in this in this matrix. So for the next block, I will check that whether there is a tidy block on the top, top, left, right and down. So there is one tidy block on the left and one tidy block on the down. So this will count as 1 and this will count as 1. So as you can see, everything is double counted. So when I come to this point, it will count the top one. For this one, it will count the down one. For this, it will count the right one, and for this, it will count the left one. So everything is double counted. So the thing here is just count out how many carpets you can lay and then divide it by 2. Okay, in this manner. So because you are double counting everything. So I'll take it on to the code part now. So the code is also very simple, in which you take the input of the H and W, the matrix itself, and populate this string of vectors, this matrix itself, then iterate over this matrix. Whenever you found I and J as a dot, check its left, as you can see, left, right, bottom and top square if it is inbound, and if it is also a dot, increment your total. After that, the output is just total divided by 2. Okay, then the third question is NEQ min, in which, as you can see, you are given a number of sequence of length. As you can see in this, it is 1 1 0 2, and now for each of the I, find out the minimum non-negative integer that is not equal to any of the numbers from P1 till Pi. So what does this mean? It means that when you are iterating from left to right, you have to print the smallest positive integer which is not equal to all the numbers seen till now. I hope you get the point. So as you can see, the smallest numbers not seen till now is 0 till this point. Again till this point, the smallest number not seen till now is 0. Now as you can see, among all these numbers, what is the smallest number not seen till now? So 0 is seen, 1 is seen, so 2. So the smallest number which is not seen till now is 3. So that's the whole trick for this question. So now how you can solve this out? You can make a hash map or an array. Okay, and then everything is initialized to 0 initially. Okay, now as you can see, you can point out the one pointer towards the 0th point. Okay, and now what you can do here is, whenever you see, and the values for this is up to 200,000. So you can make a vector of 200,000 size, and then whatever you do, you move from left to right, and then whenever you see 1, increment its count in this. As you can see, you see 1, so increment its count. then you again see 1, so increment its count. I'm actually, this is the first index, this is the 0th index, second index. So for the first index, increment its count, it will become 2. And what you are printing is the integer on which you are, because it is 0. It means that you haven't seen this number till now. I hope you get my point. So this is some j which is pointing towards an integer which is 0 till now, which is 0 at this point. So what you can do here is, as you can see, this is 0 at this point. So because you are adding these numbers, so now when you add 0, then this count will become 1. So whenever your j points to any number which is not 0, then you can do a while loop and go and find out the next number which is 0. So now you can do a while loop and now you can go to this number. Okay, so this is the next number which is 0, which means that among all the numbers, this is the smallest number which is not present in that group. Then you can print out 2. Then when you initialize 2 in this, so make this equal to 1. So now again the point at which j is, it is not equal to 0. So again do a while loop and you will move to this point, so it is 3. So actually I'm just printing out the index of these numbers. So I hope you get the point how we are iterating and finding out the answer for this. So let's move on to the code part now. So the code is also very simple, in which state input of all the numbers, make a vector of the 200,000 and 5, just 5 for the buffer value, initialize everything to 0. This is the j pointer. Then move for every number, and for the every a of I, increment its value in b and plus plus. And after incrementing this value, we will check that if b is less than this value, and also if the jth pointer on which we are, if this b of j is greater than 0, then we will keep on doing this j plus plus until we reach a point at which our b of j is equal to 0. Because we after adding this value, we will do a while loop and check that whether the j point at which we are at this b of j is greater than 0, then we will keep on incrementing our j so that we will reach a j which is 0, and then we will just print out that j in every next line. I hope you get the point how we are solving this problem also. So if you still have any doubts, mention down. Thank you for watching this video, and more videos are uploading on the channel regularly, so stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding. Bye.